E.T., Jaws, Never-Ending Story. I was so fascinated with the worlds, the characters, of course, and the way they went through different challenges, struggles, and those were some of the films that really made me fall in love with stories, and of course made me want to be a storyteller.
I don't think there was one exact moment. It was more of a feeling that kept on repeating. Being a kid in the province, sitting beside my Lola, watching whatever movie happened to be on. Sometimes I didn't even understand the film, but I liked how it made the room feel less lonely, if you get what I mean. I think that's when stories started to matter to me.
Nagsimula yung aking pagmamahal sa pagkukwento, no, nung nagsimula akong makipag-usap, makipaghalubilo, no, sa iba't ibang mga tao. Kasi doon ko nalaman na maraming kwento, na maraming buhay, maraming storya, no, na hindi natin nakikita sa mga palabas, sa mga pelikula, no. At minsan itong mga storya na ito yung mga buhay, no, na kailangan mas makita pa natin, no, mas makita ng lahat. Kasi ito yung mga storya, no, na kayang makapagpaalab ng damdamin, kayang magbigay, no, ng comfort sa isang tao, kayang magbigay ng meaning, no, sa ating buhay na most of the time we find meaningless.
Growing up, I've always been really into stories. I had a whole library at home filled with a lot of the children's books that you find at libraries. I grew up reading Hieronymus Stilton. I would say that I've always really been into stories because that's just simply how I was raised. I've always been interested in knowing more about certain things and always asking the question why.
In my early 20s, I stopped filmmaking. I said to myself, I don't want to do this anymore. I'll just focus on corporate. For me, after a few years of quote unquote quitting, there was this calling. I still remember I will always go to the movies and I felt joy. I was so happy that, I'm seeing on the screen all these amazing worlds in front of me, and I love watching films, but at the same time I realized that I love films and I wanted to build those worlds. That's when I realized I want to be in storytelling. I want to be in filmmaking.
Probably when I noticed I was already risking a lot just by avoiding it. I was restless, I felt off, and I came to realize that I'd rather be scared trying than slowly disappearing doing something that wasn't mine.
Na-realize ko na hindi na lang siya basta interest nung una kong na-feel, no, yung attachment sa mga story ang kinukwento ko. Na-realize ko na hindi na lang siya basta pagkukwento, no, kundi pagkakaibigan na rin siya, no, pakikipagkapwa, no, pagbuo ng relationship with other people.
I realized that this was something I wanted to take the risk for because I wanted to really pursue it, not just as a passion, but even as a career. So when I came here to Manila for my internship, I came here alone. And I came here not knowing anyone, unlike other people who had friends in their internships. I knew nobody, and it was a leap that I really wanted to take because for me, I really believe that it's in taking the risk or losing the chance.
What did I have to let go of to begin? Fear and pride. Fear of people not liking my work, the stories that I will tell, and it kept me in the dark pride because I felt that I already knew what filmmaking or even storytelling is, but I had to become a beginner again. And even now, I always treat every day as day one. Now that I'm, almost 50, I'm so excited to learn more about the world.
I had to let go of being sure all the time, of needing things to make sense to everyone else. I also had to forgive myself for not having it all figured out yet.
I had to let go of my fear, no? Fear of failure, no? Fear of not being ready enough. Kasi bilang bata, no, na lumaki ako na takot magkamali, no, na takot magsayang ng oras sa isang bagay na hindi ako magiging magaling. So sa pagsisimula, no, ng aking storytelling journey, ayun yung kinailangan kong i-let go.
I think the same principle stands. What I had to let go of to begin was really my pride, because you have to unlearn and learn always, multiple times. No matter how much you achieve, you are always simply in the process of learning, because everything changes so quickly. Stories change, interests change, and what people want to hear also changes really fast.
The film dream for me is all about to dream again and to make that dream into a reality. It's collaborating with other storytellers out there and being of service also to others in discovering their own inner storyteller. And the film dream for me is all about making the dream happen. The power of storytelling and the belief that we are the stories that we tell ourselves.
Right now, it's not this big glamorous thing. It's just permission to keep going, to keep learning, to keep telling stories even when I'm unsure. For someone like me, probinsyano, Batangueño probinsyano, raised by my lola, that already feels like a dream worth protecting.
Ang film dream, no, ay yung katapangan, no, sa bawat isa sa atin na magsimula kahit feeling natin hindi pa tayo handa. So, naniniwala ako, no, na lahat tayo may film dream sa atin.
As a beginner, the film dream has provided me a platform to practice my article writing, practice my copywriting, and also really just be able to represent myself as a writer. It's guided me and helped me really put myself out there and also know what I need to improve on in my own time and in my own pace.